Welcome to the Ashraf Garda Show. So Heidi Brauer from Hollard, Chief Marketing Officer. Welcome to what I call Marketing Wars on the Ashraf Garda Show. Hi.
Lovely to see you.
Under very different circumstances. And I want to talk about how you're attempting to solve a problem on behalf of your company, right? So take me back to what hashtag starts with a hello or starts with hello to what has happened next in the COVID world that we live in.
Well, so a year ago, actually, it must be now 13 months or so ago, we led a campaign around inclusion because South Africans have so much potential, but what stops us is when we don't see each other and we don't see the connections and we don't see the possibility that is sparked with seeing what connects us rather than what separates us. So we created a campaign around just saying hello. And so we made the 11th of every month Hello Day because there's 11 in hello. And because we can be creative like that. And 11th of every month was Hello Day, and encourage South Africans to say hello to each other, because the thinking is that my better future is connected to your better future, and it starts with hello. And so we produced and found an incredible array of stories of people whose futures were changed when they said hello to somebody that they didn't know. And we shared those stories as an inspiration to help South Africans to just see one another.
Okay, so that would have been the end of the story, but that's not the end of the story. What happened next?
Indeed, that would have been the end of the story, but it's not. And along came COVID and lockdown, and suddenly much more difficult to say hello. And I'll tell you the inside story was that I had a call from one of our suppliers. She will partner. She works with us on our conferences. And she phoned me and she was actually in tears. She said, hey, I can't. I went for a run this morning. I'm trying to smile and greet people. They don't know that I'm greeting them. She said, if anybody can do something with masks to help people say hello, it's Hollard. Think about it. It was 11 in the morning. And I thought about it. And that evening at about 5:30 or 6, I sent a WhatsApp to Ryan McManus, the chief creative at VML, who are our agency partners. And I said, dude, I didn't say dude, really. I said, do you think there's a way that we can help South Africans say hello from behind a mask? And honestly, it was 2 hours of WhatsApp ping pong. There may or may not have been some wine involved. And we came up with this idea of creating a way for people to speak to each other, to create a language for helping people to connect from behind a mask. And that's how another official language was born.
Okay.
And that's the story.
And I mean, that's interesting because I think we've all experienced the difficulty, well, normally of understanding each other, even when we speak the same language, but because we speak too fast or we speak too slow or we just don't articulate well enough. Now, behind the mask, there's no question that it's difficult. And the temptation to remove the mask to talk is a given, but it comes with all the inherent risks involved in that, right? So with that in mind, you are solving a problem if in fact people are buying into it. So what then did you actually do in terms of this 12th official language? Or another official language?
Well, so another official, it's definitely in another, and I'll tell you why. We were thinking of the 12th because we discovered that the sign language community have actually applied to government, and we thought that no disrespect, and we want them to achieve that success, which is why it's actually another official language. And just for South Africans, we have so many. We said, imagine we finally have one we can learn together. So at the time, we were already creating masks. And of course, I have one here, like on the cooking shows when they have one, they've already made the cake. We were already making masks for our Hollardites. And so with our fabulous Hello Dude, the guy who's been working with us on our Hello campaign for a year, Tsitsi Chumia, he's a magnificent comedian. We created a series of gestures that you can do from behind a mask, using your eyes, using your body, just to help, say hello. And then we translated them also into some of the more common vernacular languages, because it's just a way to say you really can keep connected. Don't stop saying hello. Don't stop seeing each other. Don't stop sharing and connecting, because now more than ever we need to stay connected and say hello.
So clearly, I don't know the lingo of the another official language. You do know it. So perhaps give us maybe 2-3 examples with your mask on, of course, right? Of what it means and how you sign us.
Well, so if we're in a hurry, we make big eyes and we put our shoulders like this and we say, I'm in a hurry, or hastig, you know? If we want to say thank you, we just close our eyes and we bow our head like this. Say thank you. If we want to say hello or how's it or hater, we just do like this. And so we've created about 11 of them, and we've put them in different languages. And you'll have seen in our WhatsApp communication earlier today, we've also created little stickers just that you can put in your WhatsApps. And so we've got a whole bunch of gestures. And of course, now because you want them, I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but just the more common ones. Thanks, I'm in a hurry, how's it, really, please. And we put those all together. And they really are all about using your head, using your shoulders, and using your eyes. Okay. Because we have.
So who decided on the language? Because I mean, in effect, what you're doing, you're creating a brand new language. So who's the committee that got together to thrash it out?
Well, you know, in lockdowns we can create committees virtually very quickly. So we worked with the lovely team at VML Y&R in Cape Town, led by Ryan McManus. Our local team, and we just thought, what are the most common things that we need to say to each other? What are we missing? We want to say please, and we want to say thank you, and we want to tell someone we're in a hurry. We want to loll because we loll, so we've got loll, which is when you do it with your shoulders, that you make your eyes go small. We want to say sorry because South Africans say sorry all the time. We say sorry even when we're happy. And then we just picked a few of the more widely known vernaculars and some of the slang, like hater and hastig, and you know, and put those together. So obviously it's not exhausted, but exhaustive. We're all exhausted. But the idea is just to encourage people to stay connected and to wear their mask. You know, people think that they can't communicate. How many people do you see with their phone and they put their mask here because they think their mouth doesn't work when they
Yeah, it's a good point. So one thing is agreeing on you know the few parts of this new language, understandably, but the other is then popularizing it. So how then have you gone about popularizing it?
So the idea is really just to find ways of putting it into people's space. So we've got some digital. We've used digital quite a lot. So we're on a lot of social media. We've got our fabulous Tsitsi, as I mentioned, our hello dude, who shares, and his face is, I mean, his eyes do things that my whole face and body can't do. It's too fantastic. So Tsitsi demonstrates the moves, and we've shared them in little small bites, and each single ones on social media. We've also put them into digital billboards in shopping centres and out on the streets as well, because they also work very well when you see somebody do it rather than a still. And we've made these lovely little stickers that are being circulated. You can just favorite them into your sticker collection. And it's just cool because it just, it's in our, that's what we're using more than anything now is digital communications. And if you can introduce it there, and even if you don't learn the full language, it doesn't matter. As long as you're encouraged to wear your mask, you're encouraged to keep communicating and to keep your spirit up, because it's tough times out there.
What's the uptake? Like, how many people are using it?
I can't tell you right now. We've actually got a piece of research out in the field at the moment, and then I'll be able to tell you. But you know, we're involved in the zeitgeist, and that's important for a brand. And we'll check. So we'll see soon.
Well, you raise an important point. Is it truly about creating another language, or is that really far-fetched? When then the reality is you just want to be seen to be doing good, and you are, and there's a bit of fun around it, and if people use it or they don't use it, it's okay. There's good branding from a Hollard point of view, and others will do something all next week. I mean, what's the real reason behind this?
Well, so it really was born out of a natural extension. We'll never do anything just to jump on a bandwagon or for posturing or whatever it might be. It was really born out of the intention of keeping people saying hello, because staying connected really does help the futures. Our futures, and I'm looking at the South African flag behind you, and it's so important for us as a brand and the people behind the brand, and so whether or not, as I said, you learn the full vocab, and we're never going to make a whole dictionary. It's the sense that sits behind it of communicating, of sharing, of seeing one another, because it's when Justine called me that Tuesday morning, almost in tears. I think we both were, just to say, I'm heartbroken. I can't connect. People don't know that I'm trying I'm smiling at them. And we just thought, even if we're just saying to people, use your whole body and your eyes, don't forget that there's more than just this part here, then that's okay. And because it's very easy to disappear behind this. It's very easy to think you can't, and so you don't. So it's the sense behind it, I think, more than anything, of staying connected and still communicating.
Okay. And you don't quite know.
More than
you don't quite know impact on the visibility of the Hollard brand. Is that what you're saying in terms of your research, right?
Well, I don't know yet. I can't tell you the uptake of this. It's been a short campaign. It's literally been in the market for about a month. And we don't plan on being forever, but for this period now that South Africans are in, this is something that can go away to doing a job of work that's needed. And if a brand can support can support the community in which it operates in, then it's bringing value.
Have you had a response from whoever the department that deals with languages and linguistics saying, but you can't use the word official?
No, we haven't. We were thinking of sending our president a little pack, and we thought we'd leave him to his mask things all on his own. We wouldn't interrupt that, but nobody has. Okay. I think people know that it's not a fully serious thing, but serious in its intention to.
And and finally, from where you sit as the chief marketing officer at Hollard, so that's your specific role, right? What's the one thing you've learned from this experience?
The one thing I've learned, I think how incredibly resilient and agile we are as South Africans. More than we thought. We're quite good at moaning, but when the chips are down, I think we're quite remarkable, and we just get things done. And I've seen that in my family. I've seen that in my team. I've seen that in Hollard, and I've seen that in our broader communities and our street and I just think we are so powerful. We have so much potential, and if we can just harness that, we just have such potential to conquer.
The challenge then is to harness things when the chips are up as well, so we can just replicate success and what I'd call champion nation building all the time. Heidi, thanks for your time. It's been great fun talking to you, and let's see what happens. I have to tell you, nobody's come to me in my family groups with the hashtag another official language. I'm still waiting for that first person to teach me how to use it. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, well, you can teach them. You can be the catalyst. Nice to talk to you too, Ashraf.
Thank you.